going to do an insight video today, and I'm going to talk about transformation and transmutation, and I'm also going to talk about like alignment and attunement, and how these things are like essential and part of practices that we need to be sort of going through every day. Transmutation and transformation to me are two aspects of like spiritual journey or like development that are about sort of like raising vibrations, raising consciousness, dissolving, aligning, and then moving to different states of like being, of consciousness, and different states of being, which is sort of being aligned with your energy, aligned with your source energy, aligned with your essence. And transformation is the process of within the eternal moment, within the infinite oneness vibration, constantly looking at your vibration, your frequency, and how you can sort of release and dissolve things that don't serve you and things that are impacting you. And it's everything comes down to that, again, vibration and frequency, which is source energy. Source energy is this infinite vibration, this infinite frequency of the flow of energy of creation and manifestation. And this again connects to Saint Germain and the violet flame and the teachings of transmutation and transformation. And what it is being conscious of your vibration, being conscious of your frequency, and conscious of your vibration, and how you use this to align and attune yourself to source energy within each moment, with each when I say moment, the eternal moment is this one vibration, it's one frequency again, and it's a universal law of oneness. And when we start to shift and change through our consciousness, we start to realize that we're a being of infinite vibration that is constantly vibrating, and this constant frequency is our ability to shift, change, and dissolve things that don't align with us anymore. And the tools that we can use daily, I've talked about crystals and how these bring us back into our source energy and our essence. It's about like crystals, and people use crystals to put on your energy centers to align with your source energy, to feel your vibration, because the only way you can consciously do it is to understand and to feel and sense your vibration. And we all know when our vibrations are high and our vibrations are low, but it's about sort of again, once we know that something is vibrating in our lives, like experiences again, the universal law of polarity talks about positive and negative, but again, positive and negative just relates to vibrations and frequencies, and the different how they sort of like how we sense those within our energy. And like I said, the universal like the tools of like crystals helps us to once again align with our essence, open our energy centers to feel our vibration. And once we feel our vibration, this is when we can start to use our vibration in a conscious way to align back into sort of like source energy, back into harmony, back into balance. And again, the universal law of polarity is the positive and negative. It is how we feel these vibrations. We all know what lower vibrations feel like. We know what that feels like when somebody has said something in anger to us, or somebody is or we sort of like manifest something that is in self-doubt, or in fear, or like a concern or judgment of ourselves. All these kind of these vibrations, we know what they feel like. They feel like lower, like heavy vibrations. They're not even lower. They just bring like a heaviness, that you know, a heaviness in a vibration to our being, to our energy. And obviously the universal law of polarity, like joy, harmony, happiness, love, all these kind of sort of like feelings have a different vibration. And the universal law of transmutation and transformation teaches us that in our essence and in our source energy, we have the ability to dissolve and release things. And this is part of like the infinite cycle of the universal law of rhythm, which is the infinite cycle of like death and rebirth in that sense. And this is what transmutation and transformation is. It's like death is the sense of letting go and releasing something, letting go of old habits, letting go of old consciousness, old thought patterns. And rebirth is like the new vision, the new sort of like new vibrations and new frequencies that are creating. But it's more, rebirth is becoming consciously aware of your ability to create. And again, this is about your source creator. The universal law of correspondence again comes into play because it works in this sense of, when we start getting into our essence and we get into our vibration, we start to realize that, all creation and all manifestation comes from us, comes from our centers, comes from our source. And we start to realize that through the universal law of correspondence, we have an infinite vibration and an infinite frequency that we can access, and we can attune to start to express our reality in a different way, and a different way that's more in line with things that make us happy and things that make us joyous, that we are passionate about, and it brings us online to our purpose. And this is what this time's about, and this is what source energy is about. Within my mind's eye, as I start to talk about this, I'm seeing a butterfly, and a butterfly is always about transformation. And when you talk about death and rebirth, you talk about the catalyst, the butterfly coming from this chrysalis sort of like stage to this beautiful sort of vibrant, sort of like state where it's full of color, it's full of vibration, it's full of frequency. And like, this is symbolic. This is symbolic of this sort of like transformation that all of us are going through as beings at the moment. Again, I'm seeing this this infinite sort of like diamond shape, like the diamond consciousness, which is again about the union. It's about the union of sort of like bringing on a state of awareness and consciousness, that we have this vibration, this frequency within us, that this infinite source energy that is flowing into our energy centers and our energy vibrations is constantly flowing in, and all we have to do is remain open to it. Transformation comes from being in a state of awareness, and this is what transmutation is all about, being in a state of awareness. And awareness is the key thing. It's a key of consciousness, especially for this time, for this moment. Being aware of your energy and your vibrations and your frequencies as they start to move through these different vibrations, like tuning again, it's sort of like the higher and the lower frequencies. It's about sort of like, the awareness is about finding a frequency that aligns with your with your life, your reality, that makes you feel in harmony with yourself, your infinite self, your source self. But also then it allows you to then start to, through that harmony, start to manifest and create the physical reality. And again, this is the alignment of the 3D reality and the 5D reality. Like, diamond consciousness is also about perpetual transmutation. It's about the understanding that all things work on vibration, all things are energy, and we need to have an awareness of that, and we need to be conscious of it. The awareness state of the fifth dimensional reality is having the consciousness to know that you are a vibration, a frequency, an energy, and all you have to do is shift and change something and dissolve it and transform it. It's just to consciously create through your energy, create a new vision for your reality through your vibration, your frequency, and know that you're not powerless. You are an infinite being or infinite source energy. You're not powerless, you're powerful. And it's this is where sort of like the transformation happens, and it starts to create, manifest, by knowing that any external reality is only mirrored by your internal reality. So when you create through your inner source and your universal law of correspondence, through the seed of creation, through your essence, what you're doing is then you're shining your energy, your vibration, to create a new vision, a new reality on the external world. And the 3D reality is always led by the inner reality, the fifth dimensional reality. So it's about learning to start to create from there and to manifest from there, and stepping into your energy and aligning with it and being attuned to it. And this is where the transformation comes from. And this is what we need to do. We need to be consciously aware that our energy It's always available to us, and we can always access it at any moment, any time, to shift our thought processes, shift our thought patterns, shift our emotions, express our feelings in a different way, express vibrations in a higher awareness, a higher consciousness. And that's about being more aligned, and knowing that, things aren't happening to you. You're creating them, you're manifesting them, from your internal source. And this is what this time's about, and this is what transformation's about. For many of us, it's sort of like I said, it's being consciously aware. I've talked about using crystals. Meditation's another way of doing it. Feel your source, feel your energy, feel your vibration, and know that whatever you're sort of like, when you're in meditation, you're this open source of energy, that you're an open source to express what you feel is that you want to create, to bring sort of like alignment within your life. And this is what this time's about. It's about time of sort of like expressing, transforming, and transmutation. And again, transmutation is going from different states of consciousness, different states of being, and they're all connected and interlinked to vibration and frequency. Everything is vibration and frequency. This is the universal law of perpetual transmutation, which is all about vibration frequency, that everything is created and starts as a seed of creation on vibration, on an energy, and on a frequency. And energy and frequency are connected to your thoughts, feelings, and this is the time for us to express a vision for ourselves that will bring sort of harmony, joy, alignment, and each and every one of us have the tools to do that. And this is what this time's about. And it's so important that we do it on a practical level. I mean, for me, I walk along in a vibration, and when my vibration is aligned and it's unified, I feel vibrant, I feel alive, I feel energetic, I feel like I'm open, an open source, an open channel to receive insights. And again, this is the universal law of inspired action. Inspired action is being open to source as an open channel, to new vibrations, new frequencies. And remember that there's infinite beings that work around us that are bringing new consciousness to bring us into a new reality, into a new vision, and they're working with us to align us once again, so that we come back into harmony, but become back into like a true vision, like a spiritual vision of unity and union with source energy and source vibration. And this all happens in the eternal moment, which is again being consciously aware and connected to the eternal moment, knowing that through every moment all you have to do is be in that vibration, be in that frequency, and you can shift and align and change instantly with this source vibration, this source frequency. And you have this infinite will, where like this divine will, that you can change and shift things in any given moment. And it's about just practicing it, practicing being in your vibration, practicing being in your frequency. You know what things don't serve you. You know how you feel when situations, you must have many situations where things happen in an instant, where somebody says something that's hurtful, or you come across a situation or experience at work where it impacts you and it takes your vibration low. Well, at that time, you need to go within yourself, you need to go in your vibration, your frequency, and you need to dissolve it. First of all, just sort of like, don't attach to it, don't allow it to start to manifest within your energy. Release it, and then sort of create like a new way of being, or a new way of thinking, or a new state of awareness of how you would want to approach that, how you are going to release it, how you're going to dissolve it, so that you bring online a different way of being, so that these things externally don't impact you anymore, don't impact you in that way. That if somebody says something to you, that you reflect upon it for for days, or then you feel I mean, I have situations at work where, because I work and manage sort of like people, and there's things that are said to me that actually, when they're said, the first thing is I react to them. Internally, this is what I'm talking about. I react to them internally. I feel them in the vibration, the frequency within myself. So then I have like a 3D reaction, where I could just like, fight back, or resist, or then sort of like attack somebody back. Or I've got an internal sort of like response, where I feel the energy, the vibration, that frequency of how that was delivered and how it came, how it sort of made me feel. But I also then, if I sit in my energy, I can dissolve it and then release it and absorb it and then transform it into something new, something different. So that then that could have like been like an experience, or like a manifestation or a creation or something that could affect and hurt me and harm me. But then I could also then turn it into it, transform it into something that, by dissolving it, then I can come back into alignment and union, where then I sort of choose to release it, and then I'm back in my energy flow, I'm back in my energy vibration and frequency. And this is how we need to, we're all absorbers, we absorb energy and we absorb frequencies all the time. But the key thing about dissolving and transformation is that we learn, through our inner source energy, that we can sort of like recycle it. That's the word I want to say, like recycle it into something new, like create it into something different than what how it was given, or how we've absorbed it. We were all like these recyclers, in the sense that we can absorb this energy and recycle it, and then release it and express it into a higher in a different state, or in a different way of being, that we don't first of all hurt ourselves, and then we don't also then sort of like pollute the energy around us, or pollute the sort of like the vibration, the consciousness of the planet. And in that sense, that's how it works. It's like you're recycling. So in that sense, it's really good if we sit there and we start to absorb it, and then we transform it, and we sort of like transmutate it into a different state of being, into something through awareness and consciousness. So that's the insight for today.